today our focus is just on VLOOKUP. If we remember very well, in the other video we looked at the dynamic arrays. There are about 5 functions that we looked at. These functions, they are only available from 2016, Microsoft Excel 2016 going up. In other Microsoft applications, and those that you've not updated, it is not functional. These functions are missing, they are not there. So you try to make to enter your function, they will not come up on board. Now today, and we are going to focus on Xlookup. What is Xlookup? Xlookup is simply an advanced lookup function in Excel that replaces the vertical lookup and the horizontal lookup. The H in front of H is the H in front of lookup is horizontal, the other one is vertical, and the X is exclusive. So now, this offers flexibility and ease to use. It searches, it makes sure that the searching for a specific value is done from one row, and it retains a corresponding value from another row or column. So its syntax is very specific, and when you talk about the syntax is simply the rule that you need to follow in order to come up with a certain output. That's the only easiest way I can define a syntax. So now its syntax moves as follows: equals Xlookup, open bracket, then lookup value, and the lookup value is the value you are searching for, then comma, then we add lookup array, comma. When we talk about lookup array, it is a range of cells in which you want to set that value you are searching from. Then we come to the next. So the moment I say then, just know that it's a comma to my side in this video. Then return array, it's simply the range from which functions return the corresponding value, meaning the first array is for where you are searching that particular value, then the second array is for the corresponding value, what corresponds in a row. So these others are optional, but the last part needs to be filled in. It's either others will put a 0, others will put not found, or any other value that you would want to enter in. So for example, here is an example. We would want to search for 105 in column A. So meaning we are going to highlight, or we are going to pick a range of cells from A2 to A20 in a column, then find its corresponding value from the other column, which is column B, also a range of cells in a certain column. If there is nothing, if that particular thing is not found, you indicate in speech marks to say not found. So now, what is the comparison with VLOOKUP and Xlookup? When you look at VLOOKUP, like I mentioned, is vertical lookup. It searches for a value in the first column of the range and returns data from another column in the same row. This has got limitation. It can only search vertically. It can only search vertically, and it requires the lookup column to be the first column. Then example, we have given this example clearly. When you are searching for 105 in VLOOKUP, you discover to say you just put a range of cells in a column and the corresponding returning value in another column too. Horizontal, also it's just the opposite of vertical. So the searches for a value in the first row. This uses rows in a vertical way, in a row of range, and returns data from another row. Limitation, it can only search horizontally, but exclusive can search everywhere. This lookup can search anywhere around a range of cells. So now its advantages before we get to our demonstration. 1. Advantages of Xlookup over VLOOKUP is that it can search both vertically and horizontally, works left or right to left, so VLOOKUP can only search to the right. Then handles missing values with if not found argument. Then it is more efficient, faster than VLOOKUP, and support extract and appropriate matches without requiring a sorted list. So now, at this point, we get to dive in straight into our practical discussion or practical work. This Excel here in row number 3, column number 4, we find this symbol for the Excel, which is very much updated, and it's the one we are going to use today. Let us quickly open as we dive into our practical. So practically, we need to try out what we are learning today. Now, since we're learning exclusive lookup, let's open our Microsoft application quickly for this particular session. Okay, some headers on top there. So you discover to say, you own a shop. It's a kiosk, it could be any other, or maybe you are selling laptops, you are selling electronics. I like using an example of electronics because I can interpret data quicker than any other. So now we have a column where we're going to indicate our serial numbers. Then we have a column where we're going to indicate our items, the price, and the quantity. So with the serial number, we are going to indicate, and in this case, we want to create a certain interface where when we enter the item, it will be able to pick the item, its value, and the orders people made, multiply by the price, then it gives us the results of the sales for that particular product on that particular day. Let me change on item and add as product. So say serial number 1, what product are we going to deal with? Laptop. Price of the laptop is 4,200. Okay, quantity, let's put today they have sold about 16 laptops. We'll come back here. Number 2, we are going to have product number 2. Product number 2, we're going to write the mouse and the total price of a mouse. The mouse is going at 121, and the total number of this product purchased on that particular day is 23. Then we move on to the third product, keyboards, and the keyboard price we say 340 kwacha, and they've managed to purchase 15 of them. Number 4 product is the flash disk or flash drive. And the total number of flash drives sold on this particular day, there are 75. One flash drive costs 145 kwacha. The total number of them bought is 54. And the last product for today we are going to put is what are the electronic device? iPhone 14 Pro whatsoever. Okay, and the price was 12,450 kwacha. Then they've only bought about 6 of them. And now you don't want to start coming and seeing this other thing. You would create your own interface here. This can be done in another column, in another Excel sheet. You can do it in another Excel sheet, but make sure the reference should be on the other side. You ensure that you collect the reference to the other panel. So we are going to say here we want to be typing the product name, product name. Okay, so we move on, and we have created our simple column, and we have the total price. Let's just drag this part, our cell, to be clear. Okay, then we just put some full colon. Yes, maybe so that people can know quantity, total sales. Okay, so now we also add full colon here and full colon there. Then we would want here, when we type a product name, then it automatically searches for its price and calculates the quantity that has been sold on that particular day. Thereafter, it gives out the total sales in price of the total in form of money. So let's move on quickly. So we are going to say equals Xlookup. So this is updated. So we're going to pick Xlookup. Then we are going to pick the value. Our value is H2 here. Then we add a comma. Okay. Then the lookup array, or the range of cells where we want this particular tool to search. Then after that comma, we want it to look for the corresponding value where we are on price, isn't it? Corresponding value here to there. If it doesn't find anything, if there is no match, we want it to return the quantity and type our Xlookup. So we're going to say equals Xlookup. I'll just click on it. Then we're going to punch in the value that would want to look up. Thereafter we add a comma, and then we move on to the lookup value, the array. Okay, one from here to there. Then we want it to return the array. We put a comma, which is for quantity. So here, that's where they will be getting the quantity. So if not found, it's better it just enters a 0. If not found, it will return a 0. Then we just close up our formula. Okay, this other part needs to be closed up. We just end it here. So it's H2 comma B6, which is our search array where we're searching the product value, which is in H2. Thereafter, the return array should be corresponding to the quantity. Thereafter, we'll click enter. Boom, we are done. So now for us to have this, we put an intrinsic here times that, then equals that. And I think we can be able to a little bit turn out the color here. Okay, we just quickly design it somehow. We are going to insert, let's take for instance, we fill it with a color, maybe some gray, and Let us add some borders in the last part. We enter some borders. Okay, so when we enter some borders, let's put the border on the top layer. Good. So now in this case, let's type now another product, iPhone 14. We type iPhone, let's type, say, iPhone, exact text, iPhone space 14. Okay, it will return our value to say the total sales for the day for iPhone 14 was 74,700. We can also again search keyboard. Okay, so the keyboard value, I'm sure, has got a space somewhere here. Okay, so it follows the exact characters that you've added. So now we can do another last search, flash drive, flash space drive. Okay, I'm sure flash drive has got some spelling error. Okay, there we have flash drive as 7,834. This is how we can be able to quickly automate our things. Let's take, for instance, today they changed the sales. They put, okay, flash drives, they're just 3. Then we go for, flash drives, they just bought 2. Then we move on to another level. It will automatically change on the other side. Because the formula is already set here. They only bought 10 of them. Here, instead of 6, they only bought 2. Then when we come here and search iPhone, okay, iPhone 14, boom, it will calculate just for those 2 particular cells. At this time, I would like you to download the file that has been posted in Google Class. Ensure that you edit and do the practice on how to come up with this particular simple sales report that can be able to be given every day using Xlookup function. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and at the same time, this course only costs 50 kwacha for 7 days. 7 days, you learn 14 different skills, and you're up to go in your field, any area. It could be education, it could be health, it could be any other area. You know, the digital space has now expanded, and every industry requires some